Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. I'm your Dungeon Master, Darius. You'll have to excuse me if my voice does not sound tip-top 100%. That's because it is not, in fact, tip-top 100%. I've been going through a head cold, and unfortunately, if I let it go on for too much longer, my anxiety is going to get the best of me, and this series might end. So, to that regard, though, last we left off, we had remade Errant in the group into, well, not the group just leveled up. Errant himself became a war priest, which makes it so as he's significantly stronger and much closer to how I originally imagined playing him when he was first made into a cleric. I had done a little, well, I guess I don't care about you that much in the first place. I had done a little bit of off-screen maintenance, selling stuff, preparing stuff, making sure that things are as they should be. And I think I'm ready to go. I pretty much just sold a bunch of things, did a bunch of prepping stuff, bought, sell stuff. Beyond that, I don't remember. Oh, one of the quests is actually to talk to a priest that's in here somewhere. So I should probably see if I can't find a priest. I need a young priest and an old priest. Survivor, crusaders. Peasants. Who are you? Jernog? I don't think I've talked to you. Young man, well worn, traveling clothes and a simple wooden symbol of Estrod on his chest is efficiently cutting a linen robe into strips to use as bandages. Despite his visible exhaustion, he works with zeal, singing some tune about red braids and ripe sheaves of wheat under his breath. He raises his warm chestnut-colored eyes to you. Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us whose talents lie off the battlefield. I'm Jernog, servant of Estrod. Pleased to meet you. So, what are you doing? I only took my holy orders recently, so my god has only bestowed a little of his power upon me as yet. I'm sorry to say that the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my power to heal. But there is reason people say, have faith in the gods, but look to yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but I can at least cut up bandages. Fair enough. What was it I just asked? What are you from around here? Yeah. No, I was just passing through Kinnabers. I was sailing down that old man of ours, the Great Sillen River, to a village by the name of Chili Creek. I happened to land in the city on the eve of the festival. I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day to enjoy myself, but I ended up staying in the city longer than I had bargained for. Pardon me a moment. You know when you are sick and you're thinking you're feeling better and you need to clear your throat all of a sudden? That. Yep. Chili Creek, where's that? Small fishing village. It's not even marked on maps. But people do live there. What they don't have is a priest. They have no one to heal their wounds, no one to offer prayers for their good catch, no one to give them their dead a dignified burial. And the world wound is a stone's throw away. So I'll be setting sail for Chili Creek to serve my people, my god and my people. Ooh, Chili Creek has been revealed. Once we've held Kinnabers, I'll be going there. If by the grace of good gods we all survive this, you should come and visit me sometime. You'll find the village here on the bank of the river. He marks it on my map. I mean, okay, I'm going to ask this, but at the same time, Errant came here as a relatively young and inexperienced cleric. Aren't you a young and inexperienced cleric? A young and inexperienced cleric, afraid to go to the border of the world wound? I won't lie, I'm afraid, but what can I do? Those villagers are simple people. Every day their short lives is spent doing hard, honest work. That's exactly the kind of life I want. Something simple, but meaningful. If I had centuries ahead of me like elves do, I might have spared some 50 years or so to travel around the world. Or maybe even 100. Why not? But I don't have the time to spare, so I want to spend my short life in a place where I'm needed most, even if it's dangerous. Especially if it's dangerous. You know, Jernog, you're alright. I could use the help of a cleric. He makes a helpless gesture. Estrod knows I'll be glad to help you, but it's no use. My spells are depleted and I have no training in potions or scrolls. See this robe I'm becoming up for bandages? It's the second to last one. Sorry. Well, I was thinking that you might have been a little bit important. Actually, no. He did give me a quest, I think. What was your spiel? Oh, right. The elf's pale, beautiful face bears an expression of melancholic detachment. May I help you? So I met Kalesa. Remains calm, but his entire body tenses and his fingers wrap around the handle of his weapon. Under what circumstances? I hoped you seized the opportunity to kill her. Are you certain of your allegations? I am. Her misdeeds are terrible and proven with absolute certainty. She claims she doesn't serve the demons. Of course she does. In an attempt to buy her life, she would stoop to the boldest and the most egregious of lies. Whose word do you trust, hers or mine? I don't know. Witch hunts and all that. I let her go. After giving you a sudden look, Forn stares off into the distance. Your decision is regrettable. I'm afraid that in doing so, you've condemned her many future victims to death. I suppose it just means that bringing this hunt to a close falls upon my shoulders. Nice. I'd like to know more about you. Oh god, do I want to know more about you? Forn Autumn Haze has such an elven name. Won't hold anything back, not who I am, why I made it my way here, or who it is that I'm pursuing. Tell me more about yourself. Other peoples tend to believe that identity is the sum of a person's actions and the events that happen to them. For them, I am one of the long line of warriors of Kionin, who, since his youth, has dedicated himself to hunting evil and injustice. For them, I am a successful and capable huntsman who has tracked down and slain a great many monsters. But I'm an elf, and for me, my identity has a different meaning. It is shaped by the place where I was born, that I love so deeply. I'm shaped by what I find beautiful and what makes my heart quicken. By the fears that come to me in the dead of night, by the things I find so intolerable that at the sight of them, my very core darkens and fills with poison. Thus, to tell you who I am, I would require many days and such candor, which is more than you and I have at our disposal. I just wanted, like, a name. Why did you choose to be a hunter of evil? Because I am the son of a noble and proud nation. We are sometimes criticized for our arrogance, but no one dares doubt our honor. When a crime is committed, we cannot turn a blind eye. If we were to abandon our obligation to oppose evil, if we were to surrender this obligation to other races, we would also relinquish our preeminence. So, who is this quarry that brought you to Bindev? I was hunting a fugitive, a Descarite by the name of Kalesa. Pains me to admit that there's heinous malefactors such as her among my noble kind. Refresh my memory, that miscreant unfortunately is of the elven race, is in the blessed shade of Kionin. She sworn herself to the faith of Discari and set out on her criminal path in his name. Darkness rewarded her with great powers and repulsive disfigurement, so she could no longer hide her sins. Kalesa fled here to be closer to her master, and I followed her. Cool. So a reminder, in case you're missing out on names, Discari is the large locust-like monster that cleaved the demon's head, or not the demon's, the dragon's head off at the start of the game. I keep on looking at the first one, that's the Marching Terror, and I'm like, holy shit, how did I lose that reward? Alright. I've already spoken to Woljef. Do I have anything more to say with Ember? Don't think so. Nope. All good with her. I don't want to speak more with Nino. Good, I don't have to. Who are you? Kyadol? You're one of the other few named people. Oh. That was weird. Okay. Stout man with a fuzzy beard, gray beard, mumbles a prayer. He looks as tired as everyone else in the tavern, but a determination is stamped upon his haggard face. What can I do for you? Probably shouldn't do that. Whenever I sleep outside the walls of the defender's hearts, I'm plagued by terrible dreams. Can you help me? Here we are. The priest studies your face carefully. You look tired, but otherwise entirely healthy. If I were anywhere else, I would simply tell you to get some rest, but we're on the border of the world wound, and I'm all too aware of what's happening to you. As you know, the wound is a rift between Galarian and the Abyss, and all the evil that feeds the Abyss does the opposite to our world. It feeds on Galarian. So it is that even when we cannot see demons near us, our ultimate foe, the Abyss, is always surrounding us. Many soldiers fighting in the world wound experience similar things. They suffer terrible nightmares, get no peace, sometimes even lose their minds. But we are trained to help you with this affliction. By the will of Abadar, I have consecrated an altar here. The god's grace permeates the space around it, soothing one's soul and quieting thoughts during rest. So if you find your nerves are fraying, seek out a holy place like this, approach it, and then all corruption will be cleansed of you. Oh, you sell scrolls. Oh, you basically only sell scrolls. Got it. I can't complain. Scrolls are cheaper than potions, but that's mostly because they can only be used by certain spellcasting classes. So, most of what he sells seems to be only usable by Errant and Camellia. So, only Errant. I had a large chunk of money. What did I buy? There was something I bought for someone. No, it definitely wasn't you. Wasn't you. I should buy you some AC related stuff though. Ooh. Ooh. That'd be pretty cool. Definitely need to come back to this guy once I have some money again. Cold resistance 10. Ooh. Oh, I need to get you the ice plant hex. If this is, that's cool. Also grants them +2 natural armor bonus to AC. Oh, the alchemist's kit. I don't have an okay, I was wondering where the hell an alchemist's kit would be. Alright, balls. I'm a little bit excited now because I was looking for these and I was like, where the hell do I find these? I'm gonna buy Alchemist Kit 2. Scroll Scriber's Kit. So the thing with Alchemist Kit, sorry, a little ahead of myself here. Thing with Alchemist Kit is that you can craft alchemical items or you can craft potions. If I recall in Pathfinder in 3.5, only up to spell level 3, I think, like stuff that only takes up to the 3rd spell slot. You can scribe scrolls up to however much that you can actually prepare, but it gets pricey. So we're gonna buy that one. And then you just have a bunch of scroll crafty stuff, and I think the only other thing I'm gonna do is buy like 4 cure moderate wound scrolls. I don't have a need for diamond dust yet. Ugh, my pockets, they're so light. So who are you? Visali Lathimus, rector of the local Temple of Abadar. The temple is gone though, and if we snooze here for much longer, the city will be lost as well. Who's the boy? This one? Kiado, the shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy and his faith is strong. He serves Aristal though, but there's still something he can learn from the old servant of Abadar. He'll be a great cleric when he gets older. What can I help can I expect of you? First, I sell scrolls. I have a lot of them, something for every emergency. Second, while you're here in the tavern, I can read one for you. Guaranteed, no surprises, but you better not go into the city without a cleric. I won't be going there myself. I'm too old and my powers are needed here. Fair enough. Tell me again about the Abyss's corruption. Okay, yeah. Cool, okay. So he was able to tell us that the Abyss is bad. No duh. But he's also able to sell us potions. Or not potions, scrolls. So that's great. And we got an update on the mission of Kaelissa. Let's see. Got a quick save. I did do one other thing in the options, and this was a pretty important thing to me because it was driving me freaking batshit. I think it was under game. Auto pause, no. Turn-based mode. Think. So, turn-based mode, auto interrupt movement. Before their standard action, turn this on. Why did it show a little thing there? Or was that just the change? I hope it's just the change. I also wanted to up the speed of character movements and animations just a smidgen. Just so as things go just a little bit faster. A little bit faster. And this is my team. I mostly want to look at the map right now, seeing as I've got a new location marker on it. I'm also going to drink some of my coffee. Probably not the best thing to drink when you're having voice troubles. Now let's see. Tower of Estrod. Did mark it on my map, right? Great Garrison, which we can't go to yet. Blackling. Famous book holds. Oh, okay, so I don't think I need to go into the market square in order to go to these other locations. Which is kind of a relief, I won't lie. Didn't he say he marked the river on my map or something? I'm kind of confused. Because there's Worm's Mansion. Huh. Well, I had decided that I was wanting to try to go to the Tower of Estrod first. Yay, failed to sneak past enemies. Also, if there's any times where I suddenly go silent, that's me muting my microphone so I can cough. Hello. What do we got here? Baphomet cultists. Baphomet cultists. Hey, it's a Baphomet cultist. I was gonna say I should kill the one that's a cleric first, but they're all clerics, so. Yep. Can you make this shot? Theoretically, you can. They've only got an AC of 14. Which turn is it? Yours? Okay. Are you not proficient with a crossbow? Racial heritage. Is this something that I've been a dumb about? Or is it because of the kind of crossbow you're wielding? It's just a light crossbow. Okay, because here's her thing. Her base attack bonus is +1. A ranged attack uses dexterity, so she should be firing at a... Wait, no. What was it? Not the evil eye. Blackened. This was it. -4 penalty on weapon attack rolls. That was it. Never mind, I'm just an idiot. Point blank shot then. Slumber him. Balls. But yeah, pretty much that thing thing I activated makes it so as anytime that I would move, it should stop me before I end up using a full round. Basically, end up using a full round action to do anything else.
Mind over muscle.
It's fine. I should have just had him use a
Let's try this way.
All right. Dang it! His AC was a. There you go. Didn't really think Ember was going to be the one to do the final blow. What do we got? Scrolls remove fear. Always good. Always good to claim anything masterwork, because then you can just sell it. General rule of thumb, if it is masterwork of quality, is getting sold. It's kind of like some people's rules when it comes to gathering shit from games like Morrowind or Oblivion or Skyrim. If it's not worth a certain price for a certain amount of weight. Hello, dead duelists. A knight and a cultist died together here, piercing each other fatally with swords. Their remains are mangled and their weapons and armor are destroyed, but something in their bag survived the conflict. Moss, flour, slimy skin. Guess I'll take it. But yeah, basically it's a, if it's not worth X, don't pick it up. Hope my voice doesn't sound intolerable. Okay. We made it alive. Oh boy, there's quite a few things to examine here too. Hi. Gonna burst burns, the city that should never have fallen. Fate shows no mercy. Yeah, that sounds kind of typical of an angel vengeance sort of a thing. Darkness and malevolence, rage hides behind many masks, but I see them for what they are. I see them in you. I hear the echoes of menacing footsteps. I feel the heat of ancient cursed rage. Old enemy, you will not escape so easily. Am I gonna fight a freaking... What is this, a solar? Servants of the Abyss, you entered the house of memory with evil in your souls. Soon you shall be put but a memory. Well, that sounds like a threat. Oh. Vision of Yanil. Level 4 paladin. Immune to all of that. And to petrification. Cool. I find it funny that after stabbing what appears to be some sort of aberration, Ember just kind of sat cross-legged. Ah. Translucent winged female warrior recoils from you with a look of fury on her beautiful face. You brought us back to waking. What do you want, foe? Who are you? Not who, what? Memories. This place was created at the cradle of memory and fantasy. The things that belonged to the city's heroes were kept here. People used to come to this place to remember those heroes, and myself and the others are living memories. You woke us, so here we are. Lots of things seem silent only until you care to listen to them. Like here, someone's memories have awoken to reveal itself to us. I thought it was only my kin who arranged stupid displays like this. Heroes, relics, ridiculous. Who needs the scrap metal left behind by people dumb enough to get themselves killed? Who wants to admire a collection of failures and defeats? It's kind of funny that my voice sounds like this when I'm trying to talk as Windowag. So your memories of who? Of the heroes the city wished to immortalize. Go, touch a memory, see how they remembered us. After all, this place was created so that our names could never disappear into the mists of history. I wish I could say that we have not dishonored your memory, but Kennebrest lies in ruins, and but you fearlessly battled the invaders with no thought of yourself. You have earned no sin, sir. We are proud of you. Right. In the olden days, mortal kind lost to the demons time after time, and now their descendants are continuing their losing streak. How could they not be proud of that? Time and place, Woljeff, but goddamn. So why did you attack me? Because you are the darkness. The abyss lives within you, and you gladly submit to it. I can sense that you recently allowed your bloodlust to blind you in order to stand against a powerful demon. This confrontation took place very close by, somewhere deep below the city, but the echo of your deeds has reverberated much farther. The world takes note of all doings, deeds, and even thoughts, noble and dark alike. I don't know what you are, but you frighten me. And I am a memory of someone who spent memories fearlessly fighting the hordes of the abyss. You fought for centuries, and you lost for centuries. Maybe the world needed someone stronger than you to get the job done. The hordes of the abyss have battled each other since the dawn of time, but the triumph of one monster over another offers no reprieve to mortal kind. No matter who emerges victorious from that battle, they will inevitably turn their weapons against us. Alright, later. The power that gives us these semblance of lives is running out. Soon we will once again be but memories, living only in words, pictures, and songs. So they all hate me because I did something that's relatively evil. I'm gonna guess most of these. Crusader Queen, a copy of the famous embossed bas relief originally created by Master Derek Sundhammer. Young Queen Galfrey is portrayed personally leading her crusaders into battle on the 1st of Abadeus 4024 during the First Crusade. Abadeus. Okay. So what about this nerd? Okay, you don't like me. Farewell to Sarkoris. Eliandra, the legendary priestess of Pelura, watches the city of Iz crumble into the freshly opened world wound. More details in the museum almanac. A kneel by a fountain. Picture was presumably painted from life over the summer of 4637, 1 year before Yanil's heroic death during the battle for Dresden. More deals in the almanac. None will escape my all-seeing eye. Inquisitor Whole Run fights a shadow demon that exercised from a soldier's body. Like, okay, credit where it's due. Whole Run has apparently done some good shit. Dude's an asshole, though. I don't know. Witch warning, all that fun stuff. So, where can I get an almanac? Do I have to? I think I have to read all of these. No, but I have read all of them. Vision of the Herald. Who are you, Herald? Here we still will not take a step back. The hand of the inheritor, Herald of Iomade, is depicted placing the first wardstone among the fortifications of Kennebrest. Seat of Grief, the view of the infamous Heaven's Edge Estate. This is the place where most of the Mendevian aristocratic society had once fell prey to the supernatural plague unleashed by the demons. Yeah, a lot of these look pretty ruined. A World Long Gone, a thematic collection of various artists' work on everyday life in Sarkoris before the opening of the World Wound. More details in the almanac. And I need to get myself one of the almanacs. So was I supposed to attack her or something? Among the cloudy colossi, in this picture, the two angels, Targona and Lariel, are chasing and fighting a deadly Verolikai demon in the air several miles above the World Wound. More details in the museum almanac. Locked from the inside. Kind of wish I could learn new Infernal at this exact moment. Oh no. Abyssal. Important distinction. Can I go up here? I can. I was about to say, was that all? Oh my. The red-skinned, long-haired tiefling raises his pain-filled eyes to you. A huge magical brand stands out on his chest, freshly burned into his skin. That's impressive considering he's a tiefling. The flesh around the brand is inflamed and has an unhealthy-looking hue. Hey, stop, who are you? Crusaders! Well, well, well. I was looking to add a couple more Crusaders heads to my collections and all. Well, I just assume we're Crusaders, though. Where'd you get that idea, huh? I mean, do we look like Crusaders? I think a grand total of us do, like, 2 of us look like Crusaders. Oh, right. You know, this is the sacred symbol of Iomade gleaming on the paladin's chest and size. I suppose that explains it. Ember, do your thing. Actually, no. I can kill you right now, or it can give you a few more minutes of life if you answer my questions. Tiefling shoots you a vicious grin. You won't be getting out of here alive either way, so why not? Let's have a chat. Who are you? You don't look like a museum worker. I am Faxon, servant of Baphomet, the ranking member of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth in this city, and new master of this tower. And you'd better watch your mouth, or else my curses will rip your soul into flaming shreds. Time for an experiment. Oh god. I regret everything about this woman. Mr. Cultist, allow me to ask, what exactly will you do to us when you inevitably vanquish us? I'll curse your soul, skin you alive, and piss on you while you're lying there dying. 1, 2, 3 threats, and all of them already on my list. This specimen of demon worshipping is utterly devoid of ingenuity. I'm not certain that his superiors would even notice the death of an underling as lacking in imagination as he. Ninio, are you familiar with Baphomet? You filthy scum, I'll break your legs so they bend the other way, but you won't be able to scream because I'll cut off your ears and shove them down your throat. Okay, now that's better. That's much better. Her pencil dances on the page. 2 totally new threats for the encyclopedia. I thank you for your contribution, Mr. Cultist. There's regret and then laughter, and I'm having both. What are you doing in this museum? For the last 3 months, this tower has served as a cover for me and my servants. I set up my base in the cellar of the local museum and smuggled an entire regiment of my Templars into the city. It is the ideal place for a secret hideout. The museum was left in the charge of a doddering old man who can hardly remember his own name. When our lord struck Canopus, we plunged a blade into the Crusaders' backs, and a glorious fight it was. Now Lord Xanthir has ordered us to strip Canopus of everything that might be of interest to him and remove it from the city. He is a great master of the occult and magical arts, and his museum is chock full of all kinds of relics that would prove very interesting to study. Lord Xanthir? Xanthir the Plague One, prominent figure of the ranks of the cultists. Alright, guess we're looking after Xanthir now. What's wrong with your tattoo? Tiefling gives you a hateful glare. Lady Minago was displeased with me. She branded me with this rune to make me suffer. Minago wanted me to subjugate the demons of our ally, Niscari. To wrest control away from that idiot Killis, but I failed. But it seems my luck is turning. You don't look like rank-and-file members of the Crusaders. When I bring Minago your heads, all will be forgiven and she'll remove this brand. Come here and I'll remove that brand for you, along with the rest of your skin. As my girl. Well, you should have run in here first, saw me. That's in the response. Demons and Templars give answering howls to their leader and surge forward to attack. I probably should have quick save. Little bit later after this, but hey. Alright, let's move here. Not Light of the Angels. I did prep Bless, right? Yeah. And that's my turn. Let's see, you are all the way over here. I want to test this really quick. Okay, cool. It does stop me exactly where movement and standard actions start and stop. Oh wow, that 0.5 is really good. Alright, we got Faxon, a level 7 witch. Okay, that's a little bit... Resists basically all the elements. Has Slumber. Cackle as well. That's... It's got Nails. Got a feeling... Yeah, here it is. Fireball. Oh, goody. We got an AC of 17, so... Yeah. You're going down first if I can't handle that. Wait, I thought you had claws. What's with the Morning Star? Alright, you have a will of 5. What's the DC of your slumber? He has less than 15% chance of success, or 50% chance of success on this. Suck it! We'll just move there. Mage armor yourself. Yes, thank you, I know. I can't target... Oh no, okay, I can. This is gonna get very clustered very quickly. I gotta get someone down there to pummel on Faxon for really quick. Alright, spicy pastry. Alright, errants. Get in there. Good smack. That was weird. Aim for the demon. Go for that cleric. Damn, woman. Is everyone within relatively close range to me? Because at that point, just gonna slap you with this. Yes, failed to save. Alright. Stab that guy. Good, 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 good. Alright. Just 5-foot step this way. Away from the guy that's going to try to kill you. And then this. Hell yeah. I mean, that didn't help against these two, but hey. Why you running, bruh? And then this stretch. Oh, there's loot. Whiff. I could coup de grace this guy, but it'd kind of be pointless. Yeah. Move closer to the stretch then. If you'll do the honors. Da-da-da. Got the range for that? Yes, you do. Damn. I believe both those guys are stunned too, so.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Woo. Reduced. Alright, you're no longer stunned. Why don't we just move up to you? Wait a turn. Back up. God damn, that sneak attack is beautiful. I love how long he's been asleep through this. And stop.
Distract them from me.
Now, where is that beautiful action I so rarely get to do in D&D? Damn. 46 and still kicking. Impressive save. What is it? I think it's something like half the save up to a certain maximum. Ah, I rolled good too. Alright, well.
Done with you.
Reyes, identified heavy mace. Which it turns out to be a mace of fire. This pleases me greatly. God damn, just masterwork everything. I'll save for chain shirts. Loot. Pamphlet depicting a beautiful golem. Prestidigitator golem is an artifact of the Aslanti culture from the golden age of the Aslanti Empire. Made by the clerics of Shelyn, this magnificent magical construct has a number of highly specialized magical abilities that allow it to cast various illusions on its surroundings. Despite the great expense that went into its creation, this golem has no practical function and it was used solely to satisfy the aesthetic need of the Aslanti. In keeping with the Shelynite philosophy, these golems were designed to wander through their cities to improve the appearance of anything deemed insufficiently pleasing to the eye. True to its purpose, each prestidigitator golem was meticulously crafted without consideration for the cost of the required materials, and as a result, the modern-day cost for such a masterpiece would be truly astronomical. Sadly, most golems of this kind were destroyed in the same cataclysm that destroyed Old Aslant. This model was gifted to the Tower of Estrod Museum by the Temple of the Sunrise Chrysanthemums in the Tianjai. Ugh, you gotta love a bunch of names that you can barely say. Created by, yep. So that's where it stood. This is me just checking out if there's any more loot or doors or whatnot that I can go do. Oh, right, this guy. Scroll of Doom, another Master Fleet glaive. And isn't that just the funniest thing, though? Freaking... I've always pictured Errant using a polearm-based weapon, so... That's a trap. Trickery. Cool. Makes me wonder just how trapped this entire place is. Push. I suppose I could have used that during combat somehow. Then, if I wanted to ignore stairs... could have just used mobility and athletics. I think that's everything I want off of these. Oh,
You should have listened to reason.
always weird when it's like, hey, you can still highlight this guy. And I'm like, oh. I mean, sure I could. So now down to the basement. Clearly, we're not going to be in any trouble once we go down here, right?
I'll go ahead.
And I feel like that +5 from the meal for speed has just been so damn good. Pale and frightened half-elf looks at your party. Looks at you warily. His face is twisted with a grimace like he just ate something slimy. Hey, who are you? Praise Baphomet, what are you doing here? Did Faxon send you? I heard a terrible noise outside, but I was busy making a list of the relics. Did something happen? Who are you? I'm Telmer, the scribe and senior aide to Lord Xanthir, the Plagued One. And do forgive me, but Faxon has been assigned to this command, has he not? Where is he? Dead. On compiling a list of valuable Crusader artifacts, Lord Xanthir has ordered that everything of use should be transported from Kennebres and saved from the looting and destruction. We chose the museum as the place to collect and sort through the trophies. Unfortunately, the local thieves have proved even quicker on the mark than the demons that ransacked the museum in the first few hours of the assault. But there are some objects of interest among the exhibits they left behind. The museum custodian has been kind enough to advise me on those, but where's Faxon? Ah, finest thieves and mendevs. Turn your back and everything that isn't nailed to the floor will be gone when you turn around again. The demons have no chance against them. Masters of our trade, we are. That is actually slightly impressive. Not very impressive, but still. I love you, Window Egg. There you go, bragging again, dummy. Thieving has never led to anything but harm. Trust me. You fought the way you thieve. Now that might be useful. No thanks. Every person has their calling, and this is mine. But imagine if you fought as well as we thieve. Where's the custodian? Over in the gallery. I deceived him. I told him I was a crusader. Wasn't difficult. The old geezer is out of his mind. So tell me, where's Faxon? Attack! The half-elf leaps back nimbly, pulling a sheaf of papers from his bag as he goes. No, I have valuable letters from Xanthon here. I must destroy them. The cultist balls the pages up in the fists and shoves them into his mouth, then begins fiercely chewing like a hamster. A moment later, his eyes bulge and he opens his mouth, which is stuffed with masticated paper. He tries to cough, but nothing comes out. The failed saboteur looks at you in desperation. His eyes are streaming, his face is growing paler by the second, and he falls into his knees. A strangled wheeze emerges from behind the wad of wet paper. His expressions veer from the hilarious to the grotesque as he signals you for help. No, I want to read what it says. Spit that out. Windowag, watching the half-elf suffering, snorts and bursts into brazen laughter. You know what? I'm watching him. The half-elf falls into convulsions, scrambling at his throat. For all that time, he looks at you in terror, the bystander of his horrific demise. What an idiot. God has punished them all. At least we can see the kind of mind that swears allegiance to a demon lord. I wish all cultists were as dumb as this one. It all ends quickly. The half-elf's lifeless eyes stare up at you in a silent rebuke. That's messed up, yo. Ooh, Masterwork Scythe, though. wad of largely destroyed paper. Wad of crumbled paper. Writing is blurred and indistinct. Most of the words are completely illegible, but some fragments are still intact. Carefully pack up all the relics and valuable magic items and hand them over to the same courier that brought you my potions. Later, I may carve out some time away from my scientific research to sift through the detritus you managed to steal from the Crusaders. I might as well not bother, since your finds will almost certainly be of no use to me unless I find myself in dire need of a paperweight. Excuse me. Still, this mission keeps you occupied and gives me an invaluable opportunity to work without you sticking your nose into my business. I once again remind you that the rest of the text is intelligible. Only a few more sentences can be read toward the end. The punishment will be painful, brutal, and utterly inhumane. Remember this. Good luck with conquering whatever you are conquering out there. Xanthir Vang. Man. Considering the stupidity that guy went through to try to hide that, like, really, dude should have just, I don't know. There's handheld fire spells for that sort of a thing. Almanac. Finally got an almanac. Maybe I'll refer to it later. Copper vessel and the oil inside it were sanctified by Relics, priest of Iomade and faithful crusader. This item was donated to the museum by Relics' fellows in alms. More details in the almanac. Law taken from Terindalev, the silver dragon and protector of Krenabras, was cut off by demons when Terindalev heroically saved a group of ambushed crusaders from certain death. This helmet belonged to Bathistas Sorcia, Paralector of the Order of the Gate. Ooh. Them Hell Knights, and one of the first Hell Knights to serve his duty as a crusader. The wand of the famous mage Zacharias, who made his name during the heroic and tragic siege of the Lost Temple. Neat. Now, I see a bunch of doors here, but I also see a chest right over here. I remember this exhibit. It was donated to the museum 21 years ago. The old man, looking around absentmindedly, shrinks away as you get closer. His head seems to shake uncontrollably, but his hands are surprisingly deft and assured as they level a magic wand at you. Stay back. Which are you, a robber or demon? Hey, take it easy, Gramps. So that's the way it is, eh? See horns and you think thief or demon? Quit scaring the old man, dummy. Have you seen your horns? They, how should I put this, don't exactly inspire trust in a city that's currently overrun by demons. Much as I hate to say it, Sellers right in that case. The old man goggles at you in terror, but he doesn't lower his wand. A rustling comes from somewhere behind him. Rats. The old man wheels around fearfully and peers in the direction the sound came in. The hand holding the wand gradually falls to the side, then he turns back to you. There's no fear in his expression, only vague confusion. I'm sorry, I was distracted. What were we talking about? Oh, goody. Who are you? The old man lowers his wand in confusion. I think... His expression grows distraught and mournful, as though he's on the verge of crying. I forget. His gaze falls on a piece of cloth carefully stitched to his cloak, which reads, Teldin, Tower of Estrod Museum Collection. Aha! I'm Teldin, the custodian here. My memory isn't what it used to be. My faculties are failing me, but at one time my mind could cut like a diamond. I was a battle mage, one of the few who survived the Battle of the Lost Chapel. But I'm an old man now. Sometimes I set down my keys one moment and the next I can't remember where I put them. Controlled amnesia, the ability of the mind to eliminate non-essential information. But what we have here is a case of plain old senility. Why even make that first assumption? With a pleased smile, the old man pulls a hefty set of keys from his pocket and proudly shows them to you. Here they are, my keys, my little lovelies. I would never give you away to anyone. Remembering himself, the old man hastily stows the keys back in his pocket. So what are the keys for? Oh, these keys are for everything. You can open every door in the Tower of Estrod with these. The museum custodian on duty must carry these keys at all times and never be parted with them, not even for a second. Why is that? Because if the keys were left unattended, they could be pinched by thieves, wouldn't they? Thieves would strip the museum of all its treasures. What are you looking at me for? He exclaims indignantly, even though no one is looking at him. Can you give me the keys? Out of the question. According to the museum protocol, the custodian does not have the right to hand over the keys to anyone. I am personally responsible for the safety of the exhibit and storerooms. One moment. Sorry about that. Needed myself a little bit of drink and coughing. Don't you understand? This museum holds up things that could help in the fight against the demons. Diplomacy 20. Yes. Biting his lip, the old man holds out the keys to you. You're right, I'm just an old duffer. Take whatever you will help you and go and defend our city. Yay. Why did the demons spare you? The museum custodian looks at you in stark surprise. Demons? There have been no demons in this museum. I heard them breaking into the tower, but then everything went quiet. Then a very polite fellow among them came along, a half-elf. He said Kennebrus was under attack, but that the Crusaders have already recaptured the tower. He said they'd be sent to overview the evacuation of the museum. He was very pleased to find me here. I proved a very useful resource. I showed him all the most valuable relics, explained what they were, and wrapped them up, labeled them, carried them off somewhere. I've been here all this time. I locked the door and stood guard to make sure no demons got in, but I've seen not one of them. Haven't heard of any either. I've grown hard of hearing over the years. Windhag wrinkles her nose in disgust. Maybe the short lifespans of my people isn't a curse, but a blessing. At least we never lived long enough to turn into something so pathetic. Yeah, so that half-elf was a demon worshipper. He frowns in confusion. What do you mean, demon worshipper? That fine young lad, so well-dressed, so polite? But he said the Crusaders. Oh my, the relics! We must go after them! The old man works himself into a state, bitterly lamenting as he roots through his many pockets, but the outburst doesn't last long. The motion of his hand slows, and awareness fades from his eyes. He stares off into the distance, and then looks at you, wets his lips, and sheepishly inquires, Sorry, did you say something? Are you alright? Poor man, old man, piteously and smiles piteously and makes a helpless gesture. Old age, my young friend, old age and the poison of fear slipping into my mind. Both have turned me from a crusader and battle mage into the sorry specimen you see before you. This museum is all I have. Whenever I forget who and where I am, I just read the exhibit labels. They are the past, just like me. And now some ruffians have ransacked this place. I'm frightened, my young friend. I'm very frightened. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. All the scary things have already happened. They're in the past. The old man nods, but continues his agitated motions. Scary. So scary. What happened here? The old man bursts into agitated muttering, gesticulatingly furious with shaking hands. First the bell started ringing, and then there were noises in the streets. Then the dragon, Lady Mendeleev, began to roar. I went to lock the door, but they were already inside, the thieves. There were 7 of them, perhaps 10, I don't remember. They were talking about rubbish, about how they were all orphans, supposedly, and that they were dangerous. They grabbed me and wouldn't let me go. Then they looted the place. They took anything with even a lick of gold on it, relics too. The museum boasts a very extensive collection, you know, and worst of all, they took the wand. And when they were done, they tossed me aside like an old piece of junk. They didn't even bother to kill me. What wand did they steal? The wand of Zacharias, my master. He was a great man, the hero of the defense of the lost chapel. Those scoundrels took his wand, a relic. Ballads are sung about Zacharias. They're just damned thieves. Master Zacharias will return, and he will assemble all of us, his students. And I'll show them what Battle Mage Teldon is made of. Fury sparks in the old man's eyes. His spine straightens, and a fluid motion, his hands raise his wand at the ready. But a howl of rage from outside frightens off the ghosts of the past. The old man turns around and looks at you in befuddlement. You were just asking me about something. I forgot what it was. Where can I find these robbers? The old man throws up his hands. I haven't the foggiest. They're thieves. They know out-of-the-way places where they won't be found. where they won't be found. That's where they are if they are still alive, but they won't be in the city. I heard them talking amongst themselves about how they needed to get out of Kinnipanis before the demons wiped them out. Go to the Defender's Art. There are good people there. They'll look after you. The old custodian gives you a toothless smile. Really? Safe there? But how can I leave the museum? His gaze falls upon the traces of the ransacking, the old man becoming lost in thought, as though trying to find an explanation for what he has seen. Know what's happened here, don't you? Thieves, they were. Prowling about, wanted to rob the museum, but I stopped them. Those ne'er-do-wells came in here, and I gave them what for? A dose of battle magic. They won't be back. Don't you worry about me. I may be old, but I can still hold my own. Windowag turns and in an undertone says, "We could put him down here, master. What if our enemies come here and he tells them all about us? His mind is gone." You gotta go. I'm gonna go ahead and call an episode here. Oh boy. I've been doing this for a few episodes now. I forgot my caps lock was on. Heck with it. When we return, we are going to probably loot the ever-loving crap out of this room, and then explore the rest of the basement of the Tower of Estrod. There's bound to be good loot and a bunch of baddies to be slain. There's bound to be. Kind of sucks that we were staring at a goddamn bookcase the entire time he was talking. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it, and as always, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Cheers.